You are watching the New American Media.
You are listening to the Agree to Disagree program on thenewamericanmedia.com.
Hello, everybody. This is Brian Engelman. Welcome back on a special extended version of Agree to Disagree here at thenewamericanmedia.com. We've had quite a show today. We have had Pam Larry with Label GMOs and CARightToKnow.org about labeling GMO foods, genetically modified organisms, GM foods here in California. Getting an update that, yes, she got the necessary hundreds of thousands of signatures. Good work. Thank you. I think, just like she said, we're not here to debate the science. We just want to put it on the label so other people can think for themselves and make a decision. Do I want to debate the science and consider purchasing this product or another product? That's fair. It's fair that we, California has a right to know. That's why it's CARightToKnow.org. I like it. So we also want to thank John B. Wells, Saturday night host of Coast to Coast AM and a recent guest host of Alex Jones' radio program. Alex Jones of Prison Planet and InfoWars, etc. So John B. Wells joined us earlier in today's program. Please check it out on our YouTube station. If you're listening on YouTube, please click subscribe. We're growing something here. We're building something, and your input is vital. Not the spam comments, not just trying to be funny, but legitimately, we're trying to gather some different opinions, and we're trying to hash out some information here. That's what we're doing. We're trying to conduct some science. We're trying to expand and push our horizons, and agree to disagree. If I don't need to convince you that what I'm thinking is right, and I don't need you to convince me that what you're thinking is wrong. That's not why we're here. We're here to talk. And we also want to thank Zach Barris, lifelong Cleveland sports fan and NBA scout, Zach Barris, who joined us in the first part of the program for the Unhappy Hour Cleveland Sports Show. So right now what we're going to do is we're going to call Tatiana Moroz. She's a musician, and we'll get into why we're talking to her. We think. I always love the moment of truth. When the phone call, when the connection. We're getting a lot of rings out of this. Maybe we should ride it out for a minute. We do have an alternate number for Tatiana, by the way. So we might just bring her in on that one. We'll give it a shot in a second here. Okay, we're going to try the other number. How about that? Yeah, see, that's the fun about this radio show. We have had different incarnations of this show, and we've had different technological setups. But this one, yeah, you get to listen to the phone ringing live on the air. It's pretty sweet. But here's our point. We've been doing this for April, May, June. Oh, I don't know, 12 months, 14 months now. And we're just doing the best that we can today. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. And I firmly believe that. I'm going to say it again. A good plan today is better than a perfect plan tomorrow. And so, yeah, we could tweak our technology. Yeah, we could improve and polish some things up a little bit. But in the New American Media, the content is what is important. You want polished and paid for? Go find it. There's plenty of stuff on cable news. Go for it. All right, we're going to try one more time. Tatiana Moroz, musician. Potential political activist, I suppose. Based on the music.
Hello?
Hello, is this Tatiana?
Speaking.
Hello, Tatiana.
Hold on 1 second, please.
Yes.
1 second. Yeah, hang on.
Tatiana is rocking out right now.
I'm sorry. Can you repeat that one more time?
I said Tatiana's rocking out right now. This is Brian with thenewamericanmedia.com, and you are live on the air. How are you doing today?
I'm very good. I'm actually over at Porkfest right now, listening to Jordan Page play. I just got off the stage.
Very nice. Tell us about the experience. Where are you at? What are you doing? Are you on tour or just doing a one show?
Well, I got to PorkFest yesterday up here in New Hampshire, and first of all, I got to tell you guys, if you've never been there, it is gorgeous here. If there's any way to get people to move from wherever they are, just put them right in the middle of New Hampshire because it's gorgeous. Stunningly beautiful. The sky is so blue, the mountain's so green, and everything is just lovely. But I played a show last night, and now I'm duetting with Jordan Page, who's on stage right now. And and tomorrow I'm playing all by myself again for the party for the organizers. So yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Very nice, Tatiana. I want to ask.
Sure.
I want to find out because we connected through, I don't know, I think it was Twitter, and you have some songs out there definitely singing about the Ron Paul Revolution, and it kind of strikes us as like this 60s throwback song, a little peace and love, but it's kind of common sense lyrics about just giving a damn about the country and where we're headed. Doesn't New Hampshire have a really interesting state logo and state motto?
I think it's Live Free or Die.
That's
and it's also, the home of the Free State Project, where I guess a whole bunch of libertarians and some voluntarists and anarcho-capitalists, they all moved up here, and they're trying to sort of set an example in this country as to what life would be like with a little bit more freedom. So I guess, PorkFest is definitely about getting the word out. And there's people here from all over the country that came out to camp, to hang out, and it's just been really incredible. We've got a lot of great speakers. I just saw Adam Kokesh talk. Earlier today there was a guy, Boston Tea Party, which is a very confusing name. I guess that's his moniker, or his name, I guess. I don't know. But lots of great speeches, and fun to be had. We had a big gay dance party. That was the name of it. There were drag queens. I mean, it's a lot of freedom up here to do whatever you want to do. There's also, family fun. So it's running the gauntlet of the options that you have available to you. But it's all liberty and freedom-loving folks.
Well, I'll tell you what, over here at the newamericanmedia.com, we are fiscally conservative, socially libertarian, and pro-capitalist, not crony capitalist. And, whatever people are into, as long as it doesn't break my leg or pick my pocket, as Thomas Jefferson so eloquently said, it's none of our business. We have so many urgent, pressing issues in this country. It's nice to know that other people are just living their lives, doing their thing, and trying to focus on the important issues. And you tend to do that. So let me give you this opportunity. We call it an elevator pitch out here in Los Angeles, where if you jump on an elevator with Steven Spielberg or somebody, and you say, hey, I got this great idea, and you only have as long as it takes to get to the next stop. Could you give us your elevator pitch? Introduce yourself and how people can find you and the type of music you write and why you do it.
Okay, I think if I understand the assignment correctly, my name's Tatiana Moroz. I'm a singer-songwriter based out of New Jersey, New York area. I believe in freedom and love and liberty for everyone. I recently put out a new record, and it's all about, these issues that I think are facing us today. I don't think that people have time to ignore the problems that are going on. They're becoming more and more urgent. And if anything else, people should just get educated about the issues. Don't judge everybody just because you hear, oh, that's a Ron Paul person. What kind of person is that? Or, what is this liberty? Go out there, take a look at what the Fed is. Take a look at what blowback is. Take a look at what the troops are voting for and what they want to see happen to make this country a better place. And, of course, check out a copy of the Constitution.
Absolutely. Now, we have a song. I think what we're going to end up going to play a little bit later is Revolution. And can you tell us about the genesis of that? Because it almost sounds like a political speech, but or a political song, rather, like a political theme song. But it got me thinking about it, because the Ron Paul Revolution isn't about worshiping at the cult of Ron Paul. It's about, hey, look at that guy that's been consistent for 3.5 decades, and wow, I wish some people would have listened to him 2 decades ago. So am I right to think that the Ron Paul Revolution isn't about Ron Paul? It's not, hey, we love Ron Paul. It's the cult of Ron Paul. It's just a concept, and he just happens to be currently holding the torch there. Am I correct with that?
Absolutely. Yeah, I mean, everybody the past couple of weeks has been real disappointed, and upset with how things are going with the campaign. You know, we all think we could do it better, but the real message that I think I'm trying to drive home, and that we all sort of realize on one level or another, is that it's not about Ron Paul. We are the Ron Paul revolution. He's inspired us, and he's given us a template as to how we can proceed, and he's awakened us to everything that's going on. Some people will take it even further than where Ron Paul is going, especially up here at PorcFest. I've heard a lot of, you know, I mean, the anarchists, I'm a little on the fence, but they make some good arguments for some alternative solutions. But the first thing is we got to wake people up and get them thinking along the right lines. And Ron Paul is a really great guy to bring people into the fold. And I think that my job as a musician is to help bring people into the fold as well. So yeah, that's what we're doing here, and that's what, you know, that song "Evolution to Revolution" is about. Make a YouTube video is about, you know, the chorus is call up a friend, send a message, tweet it up, or make a YouTube video. Speak your mind, education, the knowledge, it starts to grow. So make a YouTube video, and it's encouraging people to, you know, get the message out there and get educated, and remember that we're all in this together, and we're all friends. You know, you don't have to listen to what the television tells you all the time. You can talk to your friends and vouch on your relationships, and you'll know that, you know, your friend isn't there to lie to you. Sometimes they want to convince you over to their side, but a lot better than just watching the regular old TV and accepting what's going on. Do a little bit of research. We've got the internet right now, which is something that you know, we were never able to do before. We can communicate with each other, even if we're across the world from one another, and even if people don't know each other, they can communicate ideas, and it's really important to get involved.
You're right, because the internet really is the great equalizer. It's the way for everybody to get instant access to the same information. It's not siphoned by an elite few, and it's up to us. Our own curiosity will lead us to connect the dots. Like our previous host, our previous guest, John B. Wells, said, you connect the dots back far enough and you start to paint the picture and the story. I guess, I can hear the music in the background, and we want to leave enough time to play your song, but what I definitely want to do, Tatiana Moroz, is I want to ask, what, obviously you are taking your role as a musician seriously to get this information out there. If you could say it without music right now, just speaking to me and our audience, what do you think are the most important issues, if you could pick a couple, 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5, like, just speak to people, tell them, hey, wake up about this, have you considered this, do you realize that this is happening, you need to stand up against it? Like, are there a couple of bullet points at the top of your mind right now that you just want to alert people to?
I think that the public enemy number one is the Fed. I think when people realize what's going on with the Fed, then you realize how everything else is organized. Because if we've got the Fed stealing our money, then we have the Fed able to fund all of these foreign occupations and all these constitutional wars. And I'm sick and tired of seeing everybody go off and die in war and then come back. They just released a study the other day, or I guess a report, saying that we're having one suicide a day in our from our troops, and that's not what the objective here is. We're supposed to go out, and honestly, I'm not a fan of war, and I think that once you understand how the monetary system works, then you understand a little bit more about the military-industrial complex, and then you start to understand about what's going on with our education system and how it's not as broken as they think it is. It's working exactly the way that they want it to, which is to keep us uneducated, asleep, and obedient. And entering the workforce to be good little slaves, and I'm not having it. I think a lot of people are waking up around the country, and people need to join the revolution and say we're not gonna do this anymore. And I'm not advocating violence because I'm not a violent person, but I believe in peace, but I won't be taken. To quote my good friend Jordan Page, he's singing on the stage right now, one of his greatest lines.
And that line is, "I believe in peace, but I won't be taken."
Yep, I believe in peace, but I won't be taken. So I think it's important for people to take responsibility for what's going on around them and to wake other people up, too.
No, that is a very good point. Well, I'll tell you what, some of those lyrics, it reminds us of Muse when they're singing the song Resistance. I don't know if you're a fan of that genre or not, but It says, love is our resistance. They'll keep us apart, and they won't stop breaking us down. And, you know, the concept of just being divided and conquered, I'm very happy to see that musicians are stepping up, that local citizen activists are stepping up. And, Tatiana, what we're going to do is we're going to play your song Revolution now. Do you have anything to set it up with? And once again, remind people who you are and how they can find you online if they dig your song.
Well, this next song is called Evolution to Revolution. It's about my faith in my fellow mankind and how we're all waking up, and we have the solution offered to us. If you want to find out a little bit more about me, you can go to www.tatianamoroz.com or Queen Tatiana on Twitter, and then on Facebook, Tatiana Moroz Music is my page. But all my shows and upcoming performances, and you know, you can get my new CD Love and Liberty, as well as my EP in August, everything all on my website, TatianaMoroz.com. So I hope you guys like the music.
Beautiful. Well, thank you very much, Tatiana. We're going to go to the music now. Enjoy the rest of your program and keep spreading the word of maximum freedom. That seems pretty
excellent.
Universal.
Thanks so much for having me on, guys. I'm really excited to be on, and I'll talk to y'all soon.
Yeah, and Tatiana, we'll put it up on youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia, so you can use it on all of the sites that you want to embed it on. We'll put it up at youtube.com/thenewamericanmedia, and spread it around, please. So right
Absolutely,
now,
will do. Thanks, guys. Take care.
Thank you much. We're going to play Revolution. This is Tatiana Moroz here on thenewamericanmedia.com. If you like it, check it out, buy it, support it. My name's Brian. It's thenewamericanmedia.com. Thanks for joining us today. Talk to you soon.
What do you want me to do? Just stand on by, waiting to hear the truth. I've only heard the lies. Gasoline and high inflation burning up the world. Time to teach the Constitution to every boy and girl. Get back to the Constitution. Revolution, we just want to save the nation. Revolution. Revolution, wake up and start to pay attention, 'cause we've got the solution, the Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. If there's a will, there's a way that I have got to find. All of these ideas in my head will drive me out of my mind. Liberty and freedom should brighten up the world. Time to teach the Constitution to every boy and girl. Get back to the Constitution. Revolution, we just want to save the nation. Revolution. Revolution, wake up and start to pay attention, 'cause we've got the solution, the Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. Look around you, everybody. Don't let them take all your money. Media's screening things. The gods are watching from the wings. And no matter what we do or say, it gets convoluted anyway. But does that mean that we have no choice? Revolution, we just want to save the nation. Revolution. Revolution, wake up and start to pay attention, 'cause we've got the solution, the Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution. The Ron Paul Revolution.
You are listening to the Agree to Disagree program on the newamericanmedia.com.
Be sure that you go on to Facebook.com and do a quick search for The New American Media and like our page, because we like it when you do that. TNAM Radio, because the news always matters. Hi, Brian from thenewamericanmedia.com. Last year I had this idea. I wanted to start a website of my own, not just something, a presence on Twitter, a presence on Facebook, and have a thing. I wanted a website. I wanted a home base for all of the ideas and things I'm interested in. I wanted live radio. I wanted to communicate with the globe. I was tired of being spoon-fed dogma by corporate interests and just, here, believe this, believe this. I said, no, I think there's something underneath the surface, but I didn't know how to do it. So I contacted Ted Distel of disteldesign.com. Ted walked us through the process of, okay, you want videos, you want to do quotes of the day, you want to have a spiritual section, you want to have a 1984 watch where governments intruding and private corporations are intruding into your privacy. Yeah, those are the things that I was interested in. Ted walked me through the process. We built thenewamericanmedia.com, and I encourage you to go online and take a look at our site. That's what he's capable of. Please, if you have an idea, go to disteldesign.com. That's DISTEL design.com.
Have you ever considered adopting a pet to be part of your family? Our animal companions can be just as close to us as our human companions. If you're considering adoption, please visit your local shelter and adopt a pet today. Shelter pets make the best pets.
Follow the newamericanmedia.com on Twitter at American_media_.
This is The New American Media. Hi, it's Brian from thenewamericanmedia.com. I'm a sports fan. I was raised in Cleveland, spent 25 years in Ohio. I watched the drive, the fumble, the shot too. I watched Art Modell steal the Cleveland Browns and win a Super Bowl over in Baltimore. I watched a horrible coach named Bill Belichick go on to the Patriots and win Super Bowls over there. Hooray. I am a bitter sports fan. Let's not even talk about what happened with he who shall not be named, who went to South Beach to take his talents there. Excuse me, I almost threw up in my mouth a little bit there. I'm a sports fan who cares to talk about the things that matter to me. That is the Indians, the Cavs, the Browns, and the Buckeyes. But of course I pay attention to national sports, and we discuss that on our show as well. That's why we have The Unhappy Hour every single Friday at 3:30 p.m. Pacific. Sit down, have a drink. It's the end of a long work week, and we can all get together and talk about the unhappy times that we've had as sports fans. We've all had them. We've had ups and downs, but as Cleveland fans, we only have downs. Join us. If you're tired of the other stuff, take a look at thenewamericanmedia.com. If you want a sports program that's going to both talk about national stories and care about the Indians, Cavs, Browns, and Buckeyes, come over to thenewamericanmedia.com and bring a couple of your friends.
You are listening to the Agree to Disagree program on the newamericanmedia.com.